All right, here you go. The starting 6 for the defending champions, National University. Now with Lila del Castillo, of course, Nicole Reyes, these new De La Salle players.
Work better on the things that you didn't do well on, but nothing to dwell on too much. Really just getting back on your feet.
And what about a team like National University that has no loss? I'm sure there's still a lot of learnings for a team. You've been part of a team that now in the PVL that, you know, continues to win, but there are still some learnings from that, right?
Yeah, honestly, with a team like NU, it's about handling that pressure. It's not easy holding on to that 7-0 record and coming into the next round.
But we got to talk about that Eliza Solomon-Giovanna Laput matchup. Already one-on-one earlier in the first rally of this match. The push, the pickup, the set. Laput, Canino sends it over for a free ball. Lamina chooses Solomon! 2 straight points. Hampered by injuries in the past, but looking healthy. This girl, Aliyah Malaluan. Over received. That's sent back. We talked about the blocking of LaSalle.
Very known for that ever since Coach Ramil started coaching for DLSU. Blocking.
Defensive block brought to you by AIA, formerly Philam Life. 2 straight points by LaSalle. Mata. Got it.
With that 7-0 undefeated first round run, they work so smoothly on court. Transitions are smooth. Everything just looks like a well-oiled machine.
Canino, one-on-one against Solomon. A little bit of a stare down by Angel, which we expect a lot of today from both teams.
What makes them looking like that
For
now?
sure, yeah.
Well, playing for him, he really has a system. From spacing to where your attacks are, transition is really smooth now because of that system that Coach Sherwin has integrated.
Former captain Erin Pangilinan now serving. Perfect pass there, Malaluan. Dug by Alunsug. And a free ball will come to the green and white. And they go to Malaluan. Sent back by the head of Lamina. Behind. Dug by Solomon. Open. Belen right behind the blockers. Still playable. Belen goes for it. Lila del Castillo. Serving. Bella. Receiving. Mata.
You see how fast Lamina sets the ball to that be quick. That's on purpose. Part of the system.
Yep. Camila Mina. Canino from behind. Stopped by Lamina. Off the rebound. LaSalle recomposing themselves. Provido with a push. Not good enough. Belen on the approach. Knowing where to go.
Despite just being 11-7 in the game.
Right.
Konting click na lang.
It's just going to get better. And that's what we're seeing for...
Yeah, I believe she's #1 in setting in the stats and is on track to receive her second best setter award.
And she keeps it up, yeah.
Keeps it up. Honestly, it's not far from happening.
Yep. As we look at the Hyundai move on the set, move of the game brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X exceeds expectations. 17 in the first round, you're right. Laput finds a crack in that wall. The story Giovanna Laput is, and has become a real fan favorite for the LaSallians too, because of that story.
Regardless,
Ila was just such a tremendous player that you make an exception.
At that height, yeah.
Laput with the serve. De Leon with the up. Canino recoils. Sent back. Good dive by Malaluan. And the dump by the rookie.
The activation is now paying off, and I think she should keep going back to that.
Leave the UAAP after this year, and the one thing they want to do is go for that back-to-back. Sereno looking for coverage, didn't get it.
She went for a 4. I think Kanina was saying that was her ball.
Yep. She was in better position for it. Tolentino goes to Canino in the middle. Or behind, rather. Approach of Bella. Tolentino, bump set. Malaluan sends it long. Lamina. Alinsug. Oh, that's in. Bounces in already. Duncan spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan. As he said, with Coach Sherwin, everyone is a threat. Every single rotation. Couple of players that need some seasoning as the season goes by, of course. Laput again! Look at that extension! Ranking second in statistical points so far here in the season. Fourth best scorer of the league. Good serve. Good first ball. Oh, look at that! That's a perfect piston play!
Combination play was perfect by Bella Belen.
Watching here, or your team is a part of it, you've
Yes.
seen it also many times.
I love it when we had to do it too.
Oh, good up! Free ball. What will Lamina do? Solomon! Denied! Back to Blen. Oh, that's too low.
He wants a good ending, kaya hindi niya talaga na nirisk yung paghahabol ng Lasal there.
These coaches remember everything, don't they?
Yeah, they
and
do.
you players too.
Yes, they do.
One-on-one. Back to Lasal. Malaluan on the left pin. Hangs! And a dink ball! 4-0 run there.
Well, Malaluan really just finding the right spot. I mean, it was a high ball. You do what you get to do with your body.
What a serve! And they get a free ball out of it. Solomon, right at the corner, fires a winner. National U prevents any kind of comeback from DLSU in that first set. And they 0-1. Second set is on, and it's a giveaway from Lams Lamina. Then the next year they bring Coach Norman Miguel, they win, and I don't remember where a team won a championship and then they switch a head coach.
Yeah.
And of course the jury is still out there.
Yeah, Kanino asked her if she had a checkbook. They were the ones asking each other.
Solomon is denied. They try again. It's too tight. Good decision to set. Ooh, and a sharp one. But a power tip from Amy Provido.
In the counter-attack kasi yung blockers mo sa kabila probably not yet set.
Parang ringing in your head already. In
Parang
your
I
sleep.
heard that yesterday.
Lams reverses to Eliza Solomon, who swings away.
She told them it was because they were overthinking things and reminded them to relax. And this past week, actually, Angel has really been stepping up, not just as a player, but as a leader. Whenever she felt the energy dip during training, she would stop what was going on and gather the team to remind them of their roles. She said, Coach Emil is always expecting something from us every training.
More UAAP related naman yung babanggitin ko mamaya. 6-2 is our score. Alinsug. Dug by Provido with a smile. Malaluan on the counter-attack. Hardio with the up. Belen sends it over. Reyes reverses. It's very tight. Wow. Oh, what an angle.
That angle that she just did.
She even loved it. The reaction after the Hyundai move of the set. Move of the game brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X6. Reyes with a one hand. Chance to counter here for NU. Alinsug puts it away.
Finding the hole through that block.
Split block. Big gap in between.
Next one.
And she's got a magnetic smile too when she gets one going. Belen saw that a mile away. Now, these are the things that Pico not telegraphing these things. Ito, kita-kita na ni Belen. A defensive block.
Right in the middle, so Bella would really be ready for that.
Good first ball there. That's a great spot. Another dink by Malaluan. Right behind the blockers. the smallest blocker, of course. Because we were mid-rally, you know. Lams. That's low for Pangilinan. Belen denied at the net. On the other side is Solomon waiting, firing one. Laput digging that one. Canino cross court. Doug. Ardio back to Belen. We had to adjust. Rally ongoing. Laput from behind the line. Doug. Belen will try again. Here comes LaSalle. Canino on the other side. Lamina back to Belen. This one was a little lower and a little faster. LaSalle serving. Back to Belen. Going through the hands of Laput.
Cross.
Duncan spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan. What do you see there in the replay?
That's a huge gap in the down in the league. Hardly NU there.
Right.
As compared to and they're not even number 1. Solomon is at number 8.
Yep.
And Belen at 10, but they're 7-0.
Yeah, team game. Defensive block brought to you by AIA, formerly Relive.
Though I think that confuses the blockers a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And they're very efficient too, including that girl, by the way, with that dig ball. Laput second only to somebody on the other side of the net, Vange Alinsug. So we're really solid volleyball right now, and volleyball players.
It's crazy, you know, when I watch it these days. It's really just nakakatuwa lang how far the sport has gone, how it's evolved. It's really just nice.
Well, some of these teams practice with the pro teams, right?
Yes.
During the off-season.
Yes, correct.
Including the vaunted NU. For the double sub for National University, are down 3. 11-14. Bono with the dig. Paniki on the right side. A national team player announces her entry. The pride of San Enrique Negros Occidental unleashing on the Leon there. It was very tough to see. Back to LaSalle. Reyes will open up to Malaluan. Goes down the line. Hardio will scamper. Oh! 2 straight points for the second-year player.
From my angle, the set was, he looked a bit, ayan, kita nga. And then just shifts up in the air, changes direction.
In their first encounter on opening weekend.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Laput on the left pin. Hardio keeps it up. Alinsug with the chase. Reyes, reverse.
That's a beautiful set.
What a dig, though. Here's a counter. Bang!
I did say it was a beautiful set by Micol because it was disguised so well. I think it just didn't play out because of the spacing. She did the 4 and it was too close to the blocker, but even better counterattack by NU.
That's why there are 2 referees. Provido.
There you go.
It's probably her cleanest hit so far.
Yeah, but because you see, again, a combination play there by LaSalle.
Straight to Angel. Shavana from behind. Puts it away. 4. Make that 3 set points.
Yeah.
In the hands of Malaluan. Belen with a perfect pass. Gets the pass back. Look at her go. Reyes. Pumatong si Canino. And that will do it for set number 2. Off of NU in that first matchup, but today is quite different. They are on a 4-game winning streak, and that will do so much for their confidence. Trying to get the other team out of system right away, obviously.
Easier for blockers, easier for everyone.
Right. Nothing's going to be easy for this matchup for sure now. 1-on-1. That's Rodriguez keeping it up. Laput on the right pin, dug by Lamina. Chance to reset. Canino on the other side. Oh, she sends that home. for National U.
You see, right before the middle of that second set, Belen was already at 12, you mentioned, right? And it slowed down clearly.
Right. Good defense there. Still good defense for LaSalle. Laput on the counter attack. What an angle! Right on top of the ball.
Because we have that Lady Spiker spirit inside of us. You wouldn't last in this team if you didn't have it. So I just want us to stay true to ourselves. Watch this game on any device in the Philippines or abroad on the Filipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now.
And I know Coach Sherwin must be frustrated because you see that the place of LaSalle is going inside, going in the middle. And to him, that's supposedly what you can control.
Baga gettable.
Gettable dapat kasi nasa gitna. That means your blockers are in play. Everything should be within your system.
Like that again. She is on fire.
But for a team that is now familiar with great pressure, their response was immediate. Heads up, quick refocus, and no panic for a game that is not yet finished. And Eliza Solomon knows this because for her, every game, there's no time to sit back nor relax. Aware of their situation and with the response on their hands, let's see how Eliza and the team approach this set to bring it back home to Hakson. Watch this game on any device in the Philippines or abroad on the Filipinas Live app. Download.
Good first ball. Malaluan on the approach. I think that set was a bit too close for her liking. What a serve. Canino from behind. A forward broad jump from Angel Canino. 7-all. Look at this. Look at the distance covered there. Both inspiring and depressing.
Oh, yes.
Uy, lumusot. Playable. Canino asking for it. Chance ball. A high one for DLSU. Again, telegraphed by Belen.
Again.
Back inside the SM Mall of Asia Arena. Counter attack by Belen. Oh boy, she put a little mustard on that one. 9-7. LaSalle scampering here. Free ball. What will Lamina do? Laput. Oh! Provido says no entry.
Great block by Amy Provido on that spike. Very emphatic of how they correct and look into that detail.
And again, that's pretty much like sacred in the LaSalle playbook. Laput with a push. Solomon counter attack. What a spot for Eliza Solomon for her 13th point. 3-point lead. Laput. Dug by Lamina. Belen.
Oh! With a stare down.
By Amy Provido. Defensive block brought to you by AIA. And that's, for sure, Coach Sherwin knows that.
Yes.
Knows it's a good blocking team. So you gotta... As they get the block on their own, the highest now at 6 in this set. The fray on this third set as Canino gets it back. She does her own.
Slow stare down too. You just notice the quality of players also coming into the league.
Okay, now I go back to the question. Bea, how good does that feel?
But it will all depend on the receive.
Right. Good receive.
There you go.
There you go. Vanji, sabi, Coach Sherwin, and it's a chance here for LaSalle for the counter attack, which is sent back. Let's look at that again. Alitsog and Pangilinan, but it will be Erin Pangilinan credited for the monster block, and more importantly, the Filipinas Live app and the UAAP Varsity channel on Signal TV. Fourth set underway. What a dig by Lamina. Counter attack here. Lamina ready for Solomon. And first point will go to NU.
But now completely looks like
Right.
she has the hang of it.
Right. Jen, of course, was part of that team trying to defend the championship, which they lost to De La Salle University.
He also continuously reminded them to enjoy the game and stop pressuring themselves. He pointed out to the team how important momentum was, telling them to stop rushing and calm down. He also said to them that they should not join the tempo of NU and are in control.
And that's the reason why they want to slow down the ball, so that you
Correct.
have that time to read.
Probably, yes. And you really see LaSalle has always produced smart,
Yeah.
effective players. And now I understand why. Because they're trained this whole time to really think off their feet.
Alinsug denied at the net. Another one for Vange. Back to Aliyah. She gets it back. Masyadong dikit sa net yung pasa ni Juliana. Was it Juliana who passed? Shane Uterta is in the match for De La Salle University. Free ball. Running attack. Popped up. Another free ball. Lamina. Belen. Open spot.
Smart play by Bella Belen. Yeah, and our unofficial count for Bella and Canino is at 3-2, right?
Ganun na ba?
Yes.
Sito na ba?
Oo.
Marian Pangilinan. Who
4
averages.
of which is blocks, right?
Yeah, you're right. 4 from the blocking. Laput pulls.
Double block disregarded.
And then they all of a sudden, like your teammate Tots, diba? All of a sudden pulling like that and then pulls back and then a tip
Yeah.
ball. Solomon.
Beautiful set.
Reyes. Canino drives the corner.
Better set also from Nicole Reyes.
Combination play, Doug, but out of play for De La Salle University as Belen goes for 21 points. 15-11. Sharp serve, De Leon. That's a back row. The amount of respect is there, obviously, because they know
Yes.
how skilled the players are. And that's in for Solomon. Reyes. Laput again.
Laput really has been effective in that combination play where
Terta will serve. Down 4. Hardio hinatid kay Lamina. Good up. Terta from behind. Scores. Elaragas now comes in for DLSU for Coach Ramil. Putting in some newbies just to change the pace of this game as Angel Canino paints the line with a long ball. Bella taking that probably was going outside, but making
rare
sure,
chance
yeah.
ball.
LaSalle goes to Angel again. Lamina. Pass. It's Aaron. Provido with a power tip. Hanging. Canino. Hardio keeps it in play. Lamina calling Vanji out. Reyes back to Angel. Namumursyento na si Nicole. Eliza on the right pin. Rolls it to the other side. The chase. Roterta just sends it in.
It's inside.
Right on the line. Why not?
And LaSalle needed that point. That even for just 1 point, he wants to put a full front for a good block.
Safer serve by Belen this time. Canino on the right side. Off the deflection. Solomon on the tip. Scramble for LaSalle again. Hardio. Lamina chooses Panigue. Wide on that one. Claiming that there was a touch.
Oh, and looks like there might be one.
Yeah, referee
Canino not
Espartero.
arguing, yes.
And Canino not arguing the call, which means National U will remain unscathed here in the UAAP. Facing the pressure head on, this is your Is It In You moment of the game, fueled by Gatorade.